Take a deep breath. You made it. Hardest part is getting yourself here, and you're here on your mat. Exhale your air. Maybe sigh it out. Enjoy being outside, the blue sky you can look up at, the clouds as they drift by. We have some bird sounds in the distance. As you separate from what you came from into your practice this evening, give yourself a moment to adjust, just as you would with any activity, going from one thing to the other. Couple minutes, couple extra breaths, clear your mind in a way, clear out your breath. If you need to wiggle, get yourself comfortable. If nothing else, you're welcome to stay right here on your backs. Veg out, meditate, even take a nap. Use this hour for yourself. Keep breathing. Enjoy being close to the earth. Getting some extra energy, using the support of the ground, gravity holding you down. You don't have to do any work right now. Relax your face, relax your feet. And just remember along the way, at any point, you can return to this position. You can stop at any position. You're welcome to move and wiggle however you wish. Make this practice work for you. As I cue movements, you can use it kind of like a menu, pick and choose what works for you. Breathing in deeply, exhaling completely, letting the belly pull down towards the spine, filling up the lungs, expanding the rib cage. Finding some movement, stretching your arms up overhead, full body stretch. Reach your toes one way, fingers the other, get as long as possible. Breathe in, your lower back arches up a little bit. As you breathe out, press your lower back into the ground, hug your knees in towards your chest. Little ball, hug it in. Exhale. Find your breath, shoot your legs back out, stretch back out, full body stretch. And make big sunshine rays. Arms make big circles on either side of your body, arms down by your side. Make sure you have space. Reach your arms back up overhead. Get your wings spanned. And hug your knees in. Exhale. Breathe. Stretch it back out. And let the tops of your hands touch the grass as you bring your arms down by your side, getting all those angles, seeing how your shoulders feel today. Breathe, take your arms back up, hitting all those angles. Take your time. You don't have to go with me, you can go with your breath. Hug your knees in, exhale. Just little movements with your breath to get going. Stretch back out, breathe in. Sunshine rays, big wingspan, stretch your fingertips out, reach your arms down, and then breathe, stretch them back up. Get longer, breathe in, exhale, hug it in, squeeze it in. We'll pause there. Hug your knees in, lower back flat on the ground. Make sure you have a good spot. You can roll a little side to side, massaging your lower back. You can put your arms by your side, maybe even underneath your seat if that feels good to you. Stretch your legs up towards the sky, heels up towards the clouds, roll your ankles. Point and flex your ankles, move your toes. Keep your tailbone down, but if you want your hands underneath your seat, you can put them there, but keep your lower back down. Couple more rolls and wiggles with the ankles, letting the blood go down your legs with gravity. Hug your right knee in, let the left leg go straight out towards the ground, long with your body. Hug your right knee up towards your shoulder. Squeeze. Put your hands interlaced underneath your knee, or maybe you just grab your thigh, pull it up towards your shoulder. Let the left leg relax. Let your shoulders relax. Stretch your right leg back up to the sky, belly in. Lift the left leg back up to the sky, both feet in the sky, and then hug your left knee in. Extend your right leg long with the ground, switching, hugging in your left knee. Right leg long. Hug that left knee up towards the shoulder. Relax the shoulders, relax your face. Take a breath. Left leg stretches up, right leg meets lifting up as well, heels up to the sky. And hug in both knees. Breathe. And alternate a few times, hugging in the right knee, extending out the left leg. Switch, hug in the left, extend out the right. You can go super slow. You can go with one breath, a little faster. Let that straight leg relax all the way down and take a moment, maybe with no breath. And then switch. Enjoy those bird noises, some evening insects sounds. Keep your right knee in next time you have it. Take a breath. Take your right arm out to T. Look that way. Relax your gaze. Relax your shoulder. Twist your knee over to the left. Get a lower spinal twist. Rinse out your day. Yep, find that good spot. Right knee over towards the left. Yep. And come back to center. Hug that right knee in. Keep it in. And stretch just the right leg up to the sky like you're doing a big split. You can grab your right leg wherever you can. One day, maybe you grab your big toe. Crunch up. See if you can get your forehead towards your shin. Keep your leg up there. Just let your head go back down. And let your right leg go out to the side. Make it a big straddle in the sky. Grab where you can on the right leg, maybe the thigh, the knee, the ankle, one day the toes. Looking good. Take a breath. Keep that left shoulder down. And lift that right leg back up to the sky. Crunch up one more time. Forehead towards your shin. And lower the head down. Hug that right knee back in. And switch left knee in. Take a moment. Take a breath. Set yourself up. Stretch that left leg up to the sky. Big splits. Crunch yourself up. Forehead towards your shin. Keep your leg up there. Let your head go down. Open your leg out. Should feel nice. And lift that left leg back up to the sky. Crunch your way up. Forehead towards your shin. Try to actually get it. Keep the leg up. Let the head go down. Extend the legs long. Arms up overhead. Full body stretch. Relax there for a breath. And do a little screenshot of your mind. Hopefully, you're right here in the present. But if you notice you're in the past, try and let it go. Enjoy where you are right now. If you find yourself worrying about the future, do your best to just set aside this hour you dedicated to yourself. You can worry all you want as soon as it's over. For this little chunk of time, enjoy being out in nature, enjoy our little stretch community here, our lovely space we have, like a little sanctuary. Everyone's going to have a different route coming up to your feet. Maybe you rock and roll and come up to your feet and don't touch the floor. Maybe you roll over to one side and use your knees and your hands to come up. However you make your way is your transition all the way up to your feet. Standing up tall. Make your transition your own, like your own little dance, standing up. Toes forward. Palms forward. Find a nice gaze point to stare at. Get your neck a little longer, reach your ears up, reach your fingernails down. Glance down at your feet, make sure your toes are forward. Second toe lined up with your shin and the back of your heel. And then your choice how far apart you want your feet. Roll those shoulders back, lift the heart, belly in. You can always close your eyes if you wish, otherwise just settle your gaze forward on something that's not going to move. Maybe there's a leaf or a flower, a light post. Let your right ear fall down towards your shoulder. Breathe, stretch those left fingers down a little more. Come back up to the top. Ears up, fingers down, left ear down. Stretch those right fingers down a little bit more. Find a little bit more length. One more breath. Head back on top. Breathe. Stretch your arms up. Big wingspan. Look up at your thumbs. Bring your hands down to your heart. Give yourself some love. Spread out some love. Connect your feet. Connect your toes. Big breath in. Stretch your arms back up. Little baby back bend. Bend your knees, fold, exhale, hinge at the hips, go as low as you want. Doesn't matter how much you can hinge, try and get your belly on your thighs, bend your knees, relax your head. Then look back at your gaze point, come up halfway, flat back. Look back down at the floor, hands to the mat, get your feet back to plank. Take your time. The transitions are always yours. If you get there and want to put your knees down right away, that's fine. If you want to hold it up for an extra breath or two, build some extra strength, shoulders over the wrists, and stretch those heels back, heart forward. Take a breath. And then we all can let our knees come down, lower like a push-up, elbows stay close to the body, chest down towards the mat. Take your time, use your strength to lower. Tops of the feet flat. See if you can get your legs close like a tail. Look up at that gaze point, peel your upper body up to whatever back bend you can get to at the moment. And use some strength, press yourself up, hips back towards your heels, child's pose. Stay there, forehead down. If your forehead doesn't quite touch, just put your hands underneath your head. If you want to bring a yoga block to practice, you can bring a yoga block and you could place it under your head at this pose. Big toes touching. Feel free to widen your knees, chest towards the ground, hips towards the heels. Big toes touching. Relax here, a couple more breaths. Remember, this might be a pose you return to when you're not into the flow and you just want to veg out and meditate. You're always welcome to return to child's pose whenever you wish. Wave yourself up to a tabletop, get yourself stacked, wiggle your hips, wag your tail, shake out any tension there. Most of us sit, we drive. Roll out your hips, hit all those angles, little circles, big circles. Keep going. We're going to stay here several breaths. Get your spine into it, looking over your right shoulder, looking over your left shoulder, getting that C shape with your spine out to the side. Freestyling along the way, waggling your tail, wiggling your hips, tucking your hips under, lifting your tailbone up. Incorporate some cat and cow movements, lifting your chin, rounding and pulling your chin in towards your chest, belly in. Like your spine's a jump rope, hitting all those angles, that barrel-like motion with your spine. Let your neck be into it, your gaze, your shoulders. Let some weight move around in your wrists. Stretch your fingers. One more breath here. Pause in your tabletop. Tuck your toes. See about lifting your knees an inch. Hovering table. Maybe pulse your knees in and out a few times. We're going to go up to downward facing dog. See how that feels. Big triangle with your body. Hips up to the sky. We're going to flow back and forth. Knees go back down to your hovering table. Go ahead and settle back to your table. Lift your chin. Find your cow pose. Breathe in. Tailbone up. Round up and under to cat. Find your neutral spine. Lift your knees. Pike your hips up. Down dog. Knees back down. Find your cow and cat. We'll go back and forth. If down dog is ever not your thing, you can just stay in tabletop and do cat and cow. If you are stretching back to down dog, go ahead and lift your hips up, look at your belly, stretch the backs of your legs. I'll see how you guys are feeling. Just take the cues as it works for you. If you're in down dog, feel free to pedal at your feet, stretch the backs of your legs. Make this practice work for you. Take whatever options work as you wave back down the table. Take some spine movements, breathing in and out, warming up together. One more flow. Lovely options I see. Whatever you're doing, be proud of your body. You're holding it up, you're moving it, it's working for you. Always thankful. And your transition up to your forward fold. See if you can keep your head low as you walk your feet up to your hands. Take your time, bend your knees. If you bring blocks, you can set yourself up so the floor is a little higher and closer to you. Take your time, flat back as you get there, and fold back down. We'll do that 2 more times. Flat back, lengthen out, and fold, let it go. One more time, flat back, and fold. Root down your feet, rise all the way up. Deep breath in, reach up, stand tall, look up. Maybe a bigger back bend this time, and fold, exhale. Flat back, breathe. Fold, let it go. Plant your hands, step back to plank, take your time. Stretch your heels back. If you get there fast, you can take an extra breath for strength. Knees up or down, your choice. Lower down, elbows close. Set yourself up like legs like a tail, and for your back bend, find your lift. Breathe. And hips back, child's pose. Waking up the spine as we wave back. See if you can keep a big wide tabletop so your hands are forward a handprint. So your hips can go forward so you're in that diagonal line with your hips, not sunk down, not back like table. And then bend your elbows lower down like a push-up. And find your back bend, breathe. And we'll go between those two. Enjoy your spine as your hips go back. You can wave it forward. Keep your belly in. If it's controlled, you can just let your heart go up and hips go back. Try a couple rounds, and we'll meet in child's pose. If your heart rate pulses a little bit more, enjoy that. Building any heat, enjoy that for your muscles. Let go of some toxins. Bring in some good energy. We're going to transition back to our forward fold. So practice lifting your knees, stay low with your head, walking your feet up to your hands. We'll meet in our forward fold. Set yourself up. And root down your feet, rise all the way up. Breathe in, collect all that goodness. Hands up over top, interlace your fingers. Arms by your ears, straight elbows, straight legs, belly in, lean over to the right. Crescent moon, we have a full moon tonight. Right before 9, it should rise. Breathe back to center, over to the left. Back to center. Do what you can. See if you can let your head go all the way back. Look up at your thumbs, look up at the leaves, the clouds. Let your head completely go if you can. And see if you can do a back bend from there. Stretching back, looking back. Stop wherever you want. See if you can take a breath just with your head back, giving yourself some of that good medicine. And then fold when you're ready, arms by your ears all the way down. Shake your head no, let it go. Another breath here. Enjoy being upside down. Bend your knees a little more. Thighs on your, or belly on your thighs, chest on your knees, forehead towards your shins. Look up at your belly button. One more breath. Root down your feet. Come all the way up. Stack it, align it, reach it up. All the breaths in. Look up. Arms down, mountain pose, standing tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. Make sure you're at the top of your mat. Let's bring our hands to our hips. And step your right foot back, warrior one. Wherever your foot went, perfect. Bend your front knee a little extra. Stretch that right ankle towards the ground. And you have your hands on your hips, so see about turning the hips forward. A little micro bend in that right knee so you don't tweak it. Shoulders definitely forward. Arms up. So if that right shoulder's kind of falling behind, see if you can square it up with the front. Belly button forward, arms up, look up. Breathe. 5. Root down your feet. 2 more breaths. Looking up, feeling the little balance in your feet, stretching those hips forward. Stretch up, look up, breathe in. Let your exhale fold you down, frame the front foot. We're just going to tap the floor if you can. If you can't go that low, just tap your knee. And find your inhale, take it back up, warrior one. Hands down to your heart. See if you can balance on that left leg as you go up to transition and stand up to the top. Mountain pose, take a breath. Hands to your hips. Shift your weight to your right foot, step your left foot back. Warrior one. Hands on your hips, so that left hip will always be a little behind, but see if you can clock it forward. Keep that left ankle reaching for the mat and that little bend in the left knee just so you don't twist your knee out. Right knee super bent. Hips forward, belly forward, shoulders forward. Breathe in, look up, arms up. 5 breaths. Find something to stare at. Feel the weight in your big toes. If it feels easy to you, be grateful. Your body can stand and hold and breathe. Enjoy a little meditation. Take another sip of air, reach up a little higher as you exhale, fold down, tap the floor. Look back up, reach back up, warrior one. Hands down to your heart. Shift your weight to the right leg, balance up for a moment. Stand at the top, mountain pose. Hands on your hips. Big step wide with the right leg back, warrior two. So if you glance down at your feet, they make a backwards letter L now. Bend the left knee. Reach the right ankle for the mat. If the right knee goes way over the ankle, just stack it right on top. Open it towards the pinky toe. If you feel like you're kind of surfing or off center, stack your shoulders right on top of your hips. Squeeze your fingers together, engage your upper arms. Stack your head, heart, hips, look out past your left fingers. Take another breath. We're going to cartwheel down, right hand comes up and over. Pivot on the feet, find your runner style lunge. And then warrior 2 feet. Open that right hand back up. Lift yourself back up. Warrior 2. We'll try it again now that we got it. Cartwheel down, runner style lunge. Pivot on the back foot. Then open that back foot back up. Warrior 2 feet. Right hand lifts up. Takes you up. Warrior 2. Straighten the right leg, or left leg rather. Flip the left palm. Reach it up. Tilt back. Breathe. Belly in, arms back to T. Let's see about our triangle pose. Reach our left fingers forward, hips to the back. And see about your hand coming down to the big toe. If it doesn't go that far, just teeter down as far as you can go. Right hand up to the sky. Have your thumb facing the front. So you're high-fiving the other way. Yeah. Yep. Flip your palm the other way. Yeah. Yep. Very good. Use your belly, lift up. Go back to your warrior 2, bend into your left knee, maybe a little bit more this time. And we'll have to bend the right knee to spring yourself back to the original front. Take a breath in. And mountain pose. Big step wide with the left leg. Warrior 2. Set yourself up. Take your time. Toes look like the letter L in their direction. Bend the right knee. If the right knee starts to kind of fall inward towards the big toe, see if you can pull it out towards the baby toe. And if you had a mirror and you could look at your body, stack your shoulders with your hips. Don't let yourself be off center. Head right above your heart. Squeeze your fingers, engage your upper arms, look out past your right fingers. Breathe. Enjoy the flow as we cartwheel down, frame the front foot, pivot on the back foot, stretch the back heel, and then warrior 2 feet again. Open that back foot, open the left arm, belly in, lift back up, warrior 2. Try it again. Exhale, cartwheel down, frame the front foot, breathe. And warrior 2, open back up, straighten the right leg, revolve it back, breathe into your right rib cage. And arms back to T. Reach those right fingers forward as the hips go back. Teeter down to your triangle. Maybe the hand just touches the knee or the shin. One day the big toe. Left arm up in the sky. Yep. Have the thumb facing the front. Belly in. Lift yourself back up. Strong core, bend into that right knee again. Warrior two. And then to transition to the front, you'll have to bend your left knee for a little spring back up. Big breath in, reach your arms up, biggest back bend yet. And fold, exhale, all the way down. Bend your knees, let your head go. Flat back, lengthen out. And fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Stretch your heels back, heart forward, breathe. Bend your elbows, lower down. Set yourself up for your back bend. Breathe in, lift up. And child's pose, hips back. Wave yourself up to a tabletop. Stack everything up. Take care of those wrists. Keep some extra weight in your thumbs and your pointer fingers. Don't let yourself collapse into your wrist and the pinky side. Especially outside, it's not quite level. We're going to take our right arm out to the horizon, out to the side. See how high up you can lift it, stacking the shoulders eventually, looking up at the right thumb. And then bring it down, thread it through the left side, bring the right shoulder and cheek all the way down to the mat. And then press back up, unwind, open it up. We'll do this a couple times. Thread it through, exhale. Take it up, big breath in, look up, open up. Get your shoulders out of your ears. Thread it through. And take it up, breathe. This time, follow the thumb, reach it all the way forward in line with your body. Stretch that left leg back. Find some balance. Heel stretches back, fingers stretch forward, belly in, lower ribs in. Take 3 crunches, elbow toward your knee. Extend it out, controlled. Take it in. 3, your best ones. Go with your breath. Breathe. Take it out. Take the right hand down, keep the leg up. We're going to swing the leg out to the side. And then place it down as if you're standing on the ground. Walk your hands back to your right knee. Kneel up. Make sure your heel's in line with your hip. And lean over to the left. Coming back to T, teeter down, right fingers down, left hand up. See about lifting up the left leg. Stop anywhere along the way that you want. Maybe bend the left knee. Maybe reach back for the top of the foot. If that's the case, make sure the knee's in line with the hip. You can still have your foot down and still be stretching. Everybody breathe wherever you are. And we'll all meet in our kneeling position. Make sure that leg's still out in line with the hip. And we're going to find a child's pose with that leg extended. If your knee doesn't like that, just do regular child's pose. Wave yourself up just a little. Do your best. Swing that right knee underneath of you so you can sit down. That right heel's in towards your center. Left leg's long. Sitting up tall. Cross your left hand over to your right knee. And then stretch your right hand up and over to the left foot. You can use that knee to kind of hold yourself there for a little extra support. And any bit of opening the shoulder. Lift yourself up. Do your best. Right hand behind you. Lift up your seat so you're on your right knee and right shin. Lift that left arm up like a little funky back bend. Should feel nice. Maybe look up at your left hand. And take it back down. We're going to bring the left leg in front so you're sitting up, crisscross. Sit up tall, breathe in, and fold over your legs. Whatever you get to is fine. Breathe. The transitions are yours, making your way to tabletop. Maybe just claw yourself forward and roll over your legs, or you can roll them over to the side and find your tabletop. Set yourself up, wiggle and move, feeling good. Left arm out to the horizon. Each side's a little different. See how high up you can lift it, stacking the shoulders, looking up at the left thumb. And then thread it through the right side. Don't jip yourself. Get the shoulder and cheek to kiss the mat. And press yourself up. Unwind all the way up. Breathe. Exhale, thread it through. If it feels good where you are, you can always pause and hold it. Open up. Breathe. Thread it through. Exhale. Open up. Look up. Find that thumb. Reach it forward. And stretch that right leg back. Lots of balance. If your lower ribs are kind of falling down, see if you can pull them back. Straight spine, elbow towards your knee. Just 3. Go with your breath. See if you can tap your knee to your elbow. Get a cat back. Knee to your or chin to your chest. Belly button in. Keep the leg up. Take the arm down. Swing that leg out to the side. Lots of strength. And then place it down as if you're standing on the ground. Walk your hands back to your left knee. Kneel up, arms out. Double check your heels in line with that knee. And lean over to the right. And you kind of know what's coming for this side. And as we practice more together, you can decide maybe you just want to hang out where you are or continue as we teeter over. Right hand up. You can stop anywhere along the way. Maybe just stretching that arm away can feel nice. Maybe you pop up the right leg. Maybe you bend the right knee and reach back for the top of the foot. You're always allowed to try for stuff and then revert back to whatever felt the best. Everybody breathe. 2. Shoulders out of the ears. 1 more breath. Get weight out of that bottom hand so you can lift yourself up. Use your core. Stack back up. Make sure that leg's in your best alignment out to the side. Child's pose with the right leg extended. Or regular child's pose. Lift yourself up just a little so you can swing that left heel underneath or transition however it works to get yourself to your seat. Left heel in towards your center, right leg out. Sit up tall, reach up, cross that right hand across your body, and reach the left hand over to the right toes. You have that little hold of the knee to kind of support you, and you can really stretch away as if someone's holding your body. Breathe. Lift yourself up. Left hand comes behind. You're going to lift your seat so you're on your left knee and your left shin. Right arm comes up. Maybe a little back bend. Look up at your right hand. Do whatever you want here, like a funky little. Beautiful. Look at you guys. And bring yourself down. Right foot comes in front, so you're sitting crisscross. Sit up tall. Do a little cat and cow on your seat. And stretch your legs out long. Make sure your heels kind of are very close to the edge, if not spill over the edge. Reach up. You don't have to touch your toes, just reach for your toes. Sit back up. Bend your knees a little so you have some slack to roll down. We're going up one time. Keep your heels glued to the earth. Sit on up, reach up, and fold over your legs. Reach for your toes, your pinky toe side maybe. Otherwise, grab where you can. Pull your heart towards your toes. Get a nice hinge before we rest. You have that nice cool breeze coming through. Five more breaths. Knees up, toes up, heart forward. Breathe. 3, 2. Walk your hands back, little flat back to sit all the way up. Find some slack in your knees. Roll yourself back down. Give yourself an alignment of your spine. Each vertebrae gets to connect. Find that full body stretch. Toes forward. Fingers back. Big sunshine rays. Hugging those knees. Open your knees wide. Keep your knees in. Or hips wide, rather. Keep your knees in. And bottoms of the feet up to the sky. Happy baby. Grab where you can. Your lower back is flat. Bottoms of the feet up to the sky. You can rock a little. Stretch open wide. Do a big straddle in the sky. Move around your ankles and your toes. Like gravity. Hold you open a little bit. And then squeeze it together. L pose. Grab where you can on your legs. You only have one thing to do a day. Try to do legs up the wall, this position, this L position with your body, with your heels above, letting gravity pull the blood down. You can do it just as you are. You can do it at home against the wall so you can find a little bit more relaxation. At home in your daily practice, you can do this till your feet kind of start to get tingly. Here, just a couple more breaths, maybe wiggling around your toes. Everybody's movements are beautiful. What you're doing to end your practice feeling good. As you bring your legs down, maybe you decide you need another twist or another wiggle of the legs or arms as we make our way to our resting pose. It can be however you wish, traditionally, legs long, arms by your side. We have the lovely little spotted clouds, so maybe you want to keep your eyes open. Otherwise, relax your vision, turn off and let go as best you can. Tune into the soothing sounds around you. There's always going to be a distraction. Maybe the distractions around you, maybe the distractions within you. And every time it happens or it comes up, we just do our best. Come back to that present moment. Tune back into something that brings you some joy, maybe a smile to your face. The ice cream truck song in the background is a nice little touch. Enjoy these moments of meditation. They may be the only quiet moments you get to yourself. Take advantage. Let it all go. Do your best to stay still. Let a big breath be your first big movement, filling up the belly, filling up the lungs, filling up the throat. The rib cage expands big, and then sigh it out. Find some movement in your feet, your fingers, your face. Waking up slow, practicing your wake up. Then in your elbows, your knees, doing whatever you need to do to get the body moving. Roll over to the same side as your bed, mimicking your wake up. Take another moment of rest. Find a positive thought, positive word, maybe just remembering the good feelings here at the end of practice. Press yourself up, back to a seated position. Same as you would edge of your bed every morning. Swirl your rib cage a little bit, your shoulders. Wake yourself up, feeling good. Sit however's comfortable. Reach your arms up, palms together. Bring all that goodness down. Take a breath. Bow forward. Peace and love. Thank you, my friends. Take your time. You're welcome. No rush.